Hello, my name is Remington Jennings, and today I'm going to be discussing the 5 basic steps of the consumer decision-making process. The 5 steps of the decision-making process were established by John Dewey in 1910. The steps outline the decision-making process of an average consumer. Marketers have been using it for a long time to help them better understand how consumer purchases work. Step 1. Need recognition. Need recognition is when the consumer realizes they have a need. Original needs were presented in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. A need state is brought upon by the current state of affairs not being the desired state of affairs. There are a lot of ways to influence your consumers and cater their needs for them, either through a sales team or field marketing. Some firms today are even using paid search to find out what consumer needs are. An example for need recognition would be, "My laptop broke, I need a new one." Step 2. Information search. Information search starts with the consumer either reaching out to others or internally within themselves to learn about potential products they can buy. It normally starts with consumers' prior experience and may lead to what is known as a consideration set or a list of brands the consumer might purchase from. A few other ways consumers do information search is through peers and family, as well as television or radio. Today, search engines are mainly used to gather data, or a final search at a brick and mortar may be needed. An example would be, I asked my coworker what laptop they like the most and they recommend some to me. Step 3. Alternative evaluation. This stage is used for consumers to form evaluations on the product they have researched and create what is known as evaluative criteria, or the attributes of a product or service that are used to compare different alternatives. This step also has to do with the attitudes formed by consumers. Attitudes are very closely related to consumers' willingness to purchase. The multi-attribute model is used by marketers to study consumer decision making. According to this model, consumers have beliefs about specific brand attributes and attach different levels of importance to these attributes. Attitude change strategies rely on giving the consumer a new perspective on your product or service. An example would be, I like the Mac and the HP, but I don't really like Nexus computers. Alright, step 4, the purchase stage. This stage is where the consumer would purchase the product by gaining a purchase intention or the predisposition to purchase a specific brand. Most purchases are based off of brand loyalty, meaning if a consumer has purchased from you in the past, there is a good chance they will purchase from you in the future. There are many products where decision and purchase are made simultaneously, like a consumer in a store buying their favorite candy bar or gum. This stage is also the make or break point in the consumer decision model. It determines a dead end or a possible customer for life. An example would be, I've looked at all my options thoroughly and I'm going to get the Mac. The last step of the consumer decision process is post-purchase use and evaluation. This stage is where the consumer evaluates the purchase they have made and the marketer potentially creates a brand loyal customer if the evaluation of the product goes well. It is also where the marketer can reaffirm that quality of the brand. There are 3 possible outcomes that can happen: satisfaction, dissatisfaction, and cognitive dissonance. Satisfaction occurs when the product meets or exceeds expectations. Dissatisfaction occurs when the product evaluated doesn't meet consumer expectations. Cognitive dissonance is what occurs when the consumer feels regret or shame about a purchase. It happens when many products are similar in price and quality, such as cars. An example would be, I'm really enjoying my new Mac, I will purchase again. That is the end of my podcast on the consumer decision-making process. Thank you.